Hello everyone, and now welcome to game 2 in this series. So far, Romantic taking a 1-0 lead here on Secret Valley, as we see Romantic spawning on the bottom left hand side of the map as the red human. Meanwhile, on the top right we have Lucifer spawning as the blue undead. Now, trying to figure out what this all means. Lucifer opening up with what seemed to be a little bit of a troll play with a Lich first, almost disrespecting Romantic. We'll see if he goes for a Lich first again. I think he was trying to get cute and then ended up having it backfire on him, as the Death Knight is generally the primary hero, much faster, much better at leading an army, and really just an all-around stronger hero as your primary hero. Hats off to him for trying to make something or do something a little bit new here, but well, if you innovate and don't win, then you just sometimes look like a fool. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what's happening here as the Acolyte is making its rounds around the map, doing a bit of scouting. Not quite sure where this Acolyte is traveling off to. Is it perhaps line of path? Or yeah, pathing towards his way to the bottom left hand side of the map. You can see that there is a barracks already, Archmage being trained up. It looks as though it is going to be a Death Knight, much more standard style of play, and we are also going into a crypt as well. This Acolyte is making its way over. Let's take a look. It can see trying to get into position, perhaps hoping to intercept when this 533 creep camp here is going to be crept out by that Archmage. Now waiting for the timing, you can see a footman is already making its way over. What is it going to spot? What is it going to interact with? It is looking over there. You can see both of these units. Lucifer's Acolyte kind of hiding behind the brush there. The footman hiding here, and I'm not quite sure if the two units can actually see each other. I would believe so, but the Fog of War just might be that far, as the Acolyte is just hiding a little bit a ways off. Now, Null Assassin is very problematic, as that Null Assassin does spread out all of that poison damage. If that Acolyte could get the last hit there, that'd be funny. Okay, did he get the last hit on that one? I don't believe so. The Archmage still has enough experience there, and now that Archmage is going to finish off that Null Overseer. Death Knight now wants to make its way over. Is it going to get any quick and easy kills? It doesn't look like it. There's a Death Coil onto the Archmage himself, and that was not that brilliant of a move. Lucifer, perhaps hoping to get to tier 2 faster, he's trying to deny experience on that Archmage, and now just chasing after that Archmage. The Death Knight does come in a little bit of a hit there, attacking with that Rune Blade of his, getting in a little bit of extra damage and now being forced to back off. Coming back around, we are sitting at tier 1. We do have a good amount of lumber already harvested, so we may be trying to go into tier 2 sometime quickly. Coming back around here, you can see that the Death Knight is still wandering around on this side of the map, hoping to perhaps intercept this Archmage. However, the Archmage could easily try to creep out this creep camp. No, it looks like that has already been creeped out, and the Death Knight and Skeletal Minions are just not knowing where exactly Romantic is. Alright, there you go. The No Brutes have come back around. Lucifer is there, getting in some easy shots. The Footmen and the Skeletal Minions are now making a little bit of a chase here, as the Water Elemental taking a beating by those No Brutes. The Crypt Fiends could be trying to get in some extra shots, as well as the Death Knight just pushing away that Archmage. Archmage still sitting at level 1 and very close to level 2. Needs to get one more kill on something, and it will have a lot more mana. Coming here, you can see the human player Romantic continuing to creep out this red creep camp here. This style really reminds me of Yumiko or Infi. Very classic style. The Death Knight does not get the kill off of that Death Coil at all, and Lucifer is just not doing the necessary things in order to get ahead. You can see that he did get that kill right there, but that only puts him about one full level behind that Archmage, and that Archmage now has cleared out his own goblin, his own gold mine, and is now going to be setting up an expansion. This is going to be giving him that economic advantage that he needs so much. Death Knight is healed up a bit. The Crypt Fiends do not have web yet. They are not going to be able to shoot that or ensnare down that red Drake at all. And we're looking at what these what is going to be going on here? There is the attack. Crypt Fiends going after that Scout Tower. Scout Tower getting taken down rather easily. And now the Crypt Fiends going after some of those peasants. The peasants could get taken down as well. Are the peasants going to have enough to shoot down one of those units? It looks like it may. There goes another peasant there as the skeletal minions are coming in with some easy attacks as well. Alright, the Town Hall is about halfway done. Alright, the footmen doing a almost surround onto a Crypt Fiend as the Crypt Fiends are now getting into a very dangerous situation. There goes one Crypt Fiend surrounded by 4 or a lot of footmen, but only 4 of them are actually part of that surround, and now all the units are backing off. We can have Unholy Aura onto that Death Knight. Death Knight trying to heal up the rest of his units here. You can see that the water elemental is still pushing back some of these skeletal minions. And this Town Hall looks like it will be constructed without any problem. A great transition by Romantic as Lucifer needs to figure out how to get back into this game. Now, Lucifer does have the tech advantage if he can get the Lich, if he can get the Obsidian statues, and then make a play somewhere on the map. He does have a chance here. You can see, oh, there goes another footman. Oh, wow, that footman down to 2 hit points. There it finally goes. And now the Crypt Fiends are now just trying to focus down some of those footmen in the backfield. Now those footmen in the backfield, what's going to be happening there? It looks as though the footmen are just... One footman is just taking a lot of damage. Now coming back in on the far side, it looks... what is going on here as the Archmage now comes in to try to intercept? There is 4 Crypt Fiends, but Lucifer is rather sloppy at this point as he tries to back away with those units, able to save some of those units there. And now Romantic for the 4th time or 3rd time trying to reestablish that arcane tower. He did not get that up early enough last time, and that is actually the only thing that is saving Lucifer, as Lucifer is dancing in between the Fountain of Health to regenerate hit points and then engaging with an army that shouldn't be nearly as strong. Alright, footmen do come in and are now engaging against and have woken up the creeps. However, the creeps are now going to try to run away. It does not look good at all for them as the Crypt Fiends are now backing off. There goes one Crypt Fiend, another Crypt Fiend able to slip off as we are now engaging here. Alright, the water elemental is taking a lot of damage. The footmen who are currently in defend mode able to stay alive and reflect all of that damage back. Lich has arrived to the party as well. You can see Essence of Blight has come in. There goes one tower. Footmen now trying to engage. However, the Frost Nova quickly comes in to slows down many of those footmen again. And now the Archmage needs to lead his footman army. But the Lich adding in just that extra bit of damage going to cause problems. Is that Dust of Appearance? Yes, he did use Dust of Appearance. The Burrowed Crypt Fiend now on the move once more, trying to get away. Skeletal minions are low on hit points. This Crypt Fiend now down to 175 and running away, able to get away without any problems. No, now trying to rejoin on the fight here. Is he going to be able to get back? That is the question. The Crypt Fiend down to 13 hit points, and that Archmage does get his spider as he is still wandering around here. Alright, Crypt Fiend still poking apart many of these peasants. The water elementals, only one water elemental is in play right now, and this all stems from the fact that the Archmage didn't get level 2 that quickly. Because he didn't get level 2 that quickly, the Brilliance Aura did not have that long of effect as it did in game 1, and that is a problem there. Alright, you can see that the Crypt Fiend now trying to back off. It looks like it should be able to back off with no problem since those footmen are still in defend mode. The footmen now trying to engage again. Where are they going to be going? They're just simply passing through, going up against some of those Crypt Fiends as they are falling again. Militia now joining in on the fight, and those militia moving very quickly should be able to get out an easy surround there. Alright, water elementals, Crypt Fiends now quickly turning back around. This one Crypt Fiend needs to get away, does not want to engage there. There's a huge Frost Nova across multiple low hit point peasants, and now they can get picked off one at a time as well. Alright, the blue army of Lucifer looking very good here now. It looks like it's going to take down a couple of those water elementals. As long as the obsidian statues stay alive, I don't believe that there's anything that can stop this army any longer. Death Knight is about to get to level 3, and the Obsidian statues are still playing a little bit of a dancing game heading to the back here as we now see a level 3 Death Knight and a level 2 Lich. Alright, Death Coil onto the Archmage. Archmage uses a Scroll of Town Portal just in time, but is it going to be enough? It teleports back down into over here. Frost Nova, and there goes the Archmage. Beautiful move by the Lich by sacrificing a Crypt Fiend to make sure it had enough mana to Frost Nova and take down that unit, take down the Archmage. All right, let's take a look at this. It looks as though the footman now trying to engage here. However, the footman having a bad day, trying to get back. Is it going to be able to reflect back enough damage? It doesn't look like it. You can see the obsidian statues are in play, healing up the rest of the units. Also, the unholy aura and the essence of blight giving that Crypt Fiend a rather fast regeneration, as we're still looking at the engagement off over here. So far, both sides still fighting. The guard tower could get taken down. We can see the peasants now trying to repair. Lich still has plenty of mana, but does not want to try to get off a Frost Nova here. Wouldn't really be worth it, as there's another defend. And that footman looks like it will get taken down. No, yes, no, that footman's still alive here, as we are still focusing down a lot of those units. All right, Archmage is back in play. Archmage back in play already, and now trying to just push back all of these obsidian statues. The obsidian statues now just simply wandering back across here. The water elemental getting in a little bit of damage, but the footmen now trying to make their way in as well. There's a death coil. That was a huge death coil, as the obsidian statue now trying to back off here. You can see the Crypt Fiend going after that Archmage. That Crypt Fiend, or the obsidian statue, very low on hit points, as the obsidian statue backs around the far side here. There goes the water elemental, and now a whole bunch of footmen who really have no reason to be here and are moving way too slow are chasing after an obsidian statue that shouldn't be chased. Finally, the obsidian statue is taken down. Archmage gonna be able to head back home, but at what cost? It looks like a lot of footmen were taken out in this battle there, and now there goes another. All right, we may recamp ourselves back on the Essence of Blight here. The Death Knight sitting at level 3, the Lich sitting at level 2, almost at level 3 as well. Could try and focus down that Scout Tower. Yes, the Scout Tower will get taken down without a problem. Now perhaps focusing down the Guard Tower, and that Guard Tower is getting repaired by a couple of peasants. There is an additional point of armor on that guard tower there, keeping things a little bit interesting. Death Knight now looking to rejoin. Are we gonna perhaps see Web in order to take down that Drake and then be able to hide back over there, as the Lich now sitting at level 3? That Lich at level 3 could get off a lot of easy Frost Novas and take down plenty of peasants, as the Death Knight has rejoined this army. Lucifer looking extremely strong in this game. Very, very strong. It looks like he's just on top of everything, as another Crypt Fiend stays alive and 2 footmen bite the dust. Death Knight going up against the guard tower. No, deciding to back off here. It looks like we're really venturing a bit too far, as the water elementals now push in through here. There is a burrow on that Crypt Fiend there. We are looking now at the guard tower here. The guard tower could get taken out, and yes, that does seem to be the case. There goes a guard tower. All right, there is a quick Stormbolt there, not even figuring out what's going on. It looks like the Undead army is just simply too fast and too strong here. You can see that the Essence of Blight regenerating all of these Crypt Fiends, and the additional Blight that they're standing on, keeping things alive and keeping this push alive. Now, the Spellbreakers have finally been added to the army, and this is when Romantic started to really fight back. By disengaging or not allowing those Frost Novas any longer, the Lich really lost much of its power. But the problem is that the Death Knight is now the primary hero, and the Death Knight can still heal and be very, very effective. Now, let's continue with this Crypt Fiend push. The Crypt Fiends going after these peasants. It looks as though a peasant is going to fall. No, it doesn't fall there. The Spellbreaker's now backing off. Death Knight still trying to engage here. Obsidian statues still healing. And this push is just lasting simply forever, as the Crypt Fiends are going to take down a couple of easy peasants. There go some more units. Peasants now walking back and forth. Spellbreakers, Archmage, still continuing this push here. The Spellbreakers now looking to back off, as the Town Hall trying to train up more and more units. Spellbreakers still engaging. Crypt Fiends still engaging. That Spellbreaker very low on hit points, and it looks like it will fall. But did a Crypt Fiend fall as well? I'm not 100% sure. I do believe not, as there is no skeleton that looks like a Crypt Fiend's, and perhaps the Death Knight was able to get off a Death Coil and heal one of those units. All right, there in comes another Frost Nova. There is 2 quick burrows, and those burrows really regenerating a lot of hit points there. All right, you can see how fast those burrow Crypt Fiends are regenerating. Another Water Elemental falls, and now we are still fighting as those unburrowed Crypt Fiends now about to engage against all of these units once more. Another peasant falls. Are we going to see more and more peasants? Is this just giving too much experience to the Undead army? Level 4, almost level 4 on the Lich. And now we are still fighting off over here. That one poor Spellbreaker getting -2 armor, taking an additional 10% or 12% damage. That's always very, very scary when you take extra damage because of that negative armor. Calculations just go crazy. All right, let's take a look here. Abomination now about to engage. Made attempt to take down this town hall. You can see that the water elemental is still pushing forward here. Water elemental now backing off. There it goes. Lich sitting at level 4. Gonna knock down this town hall in just a moment as the Mountain King, Spellbreakers, and Archmage tries to reposition themselves. No meat wagons this time from Lucifer, making it so that a lot more damage can actually be dealt to the units. There's a one attack. There goes one unit there. There goes another. And this is just absolutely bonkers as that Lich has just gotten 4 quick kills very, very easily. And now going to try to engage again. The Abomination now about to challenge those Spellbreakers. Meanwhile, the Lich already very low on hit points. There's the Death Coil to try and save it. Does save a little bit of it as the Lich now needs to back off. The Spellbreaker simply charging straight in. There is another Stormbolt. And the Lich is the weakest link in this army, as there is another Death Coil coming into play. All right, Abominations able to clear a way for that Lich. Lich is, however, low on mana. Obsidian Statue about to get taken down. There it goes. Crypt Fiends, however, still a bit of a problem for all of these peasants and some of those Spellbreakers, as we also have Disease Cloud. Disease Cloud slowly causing damage over time across multiple Spellbreakers, and those Spellbreakers are not going to be able to heal all too quickly. Lich is still alive. Lich has does not have enough for another Frost Nova yet, but the Crypt Fiends are still packing away or firing away at this town hall. It looks like, yes, there goes another peasant there, and the Lich could easily take down peasant after peasant without a problem, as the Spellbreakers are still trying to charge on through, taking a bit of damage, negating their passive healing. Finally, the town hall does fall, and I gotta say, Lucifer looks incredibly strong in this game. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like Romantic can get back at all, and a complete 180 from the previous game as Lucifer dominates Romantic here in Game 2. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.